What's going on, everyone? Designedcoma here. Welcome back. And the gameplay you're watching is me playing some Hardpoint in Black Ops 3. So what do we got for today's video? Well, first of all, we have the rumor of Call of Duty Ghost 2. Apparently, rumor. This has been blowing up the internet for quite some time, and I'm sure some of you have already heard about it and everything, but yeah, I just kind of figured I'd talk about it a little bit. And I'm also going to talk about Sony's beta update. The beta, right now it's just beta, but it's going to be a new system update coming to place to the PS4. And to be honest with you, there's one thing in there that is going to prevent me from doing my work at work. It really is. Well, let's see if I can actually get away with it on my work computer, my work laptop. Then again, I may not be able to because of, you know, the whole firewall and all that kind of stuff with work and everything, you know. So let's get into the first thing, okay? The whole rumor about this UK magazine that is saying the next COD is Call of Duty Ghost 2 is, to be honest with you, it's very unlikely. It's very unlikely. Now, if they were to do a Call of Duty, you know, a Ghost 2, I mean, I honestly wouldn't be all that upset about it. I mean, you know, yeah, Ghost wasn't exactly the greatest installment of Call of Duty. You know, there was a lot of people who didn't like it. There were some parts of it I enjoyed, you know, and there were some things I didn't enjoy. I mean, I loved it when I got to be the Predator. I mean, that was a lot of fun. But you know, at the same time, you know, there were some things that were just, it just didn't work, and it wasn't really clicking with a lot of people. So, you know, the lobbies were, you know, kind of, you know, empty, so to speak. But for the most part, you know, it was still a pretty decent game. It wasn't great. It wasn't, you know, the best installment in Call of Duty, but it was still a pretty decent game. You know, when games are, you know, in terms of games, I mean, you know, I have played worse games than that before. Trust me, there are games out there that are a lot worse than what Ghost was. But you know, back then, you know, the community, you know, was, I think it was just a lot more vocal back then. You know, so when Ghost came out and it was just bad, everybody just blew up and threw it in their face, and you know, and everything. But you know, it's one of those things where, you know, did they learn from their mistakes? And if they did bring out a Ghost 2, you know, it would be okay, because in all fairness, we have to give them the opportunity to learn from mistakes from previous games, previous installments, you know. And I'd like to say our politicians would learn from their mistakes, but you know, this is a whole different situation, you know. And when it comes to game companies, they do learn from mistakes, and you know, most of the time they will not put out the same, you know, piece of turd, I guess you could say. But to be honest with you, this whole speculation, that's really that's all this is. You know, this article that was brought up, and it just blew up the internet. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they're doing Call of Duty Ghost 2, you know, when it's really not the case. I think people were just kind of taking this article out of context, you know, in the wrong way. And you know, ultimately, Infinity Ward hasn't even, you know, said or come close to even hinting at to what they have plans, you know, in terms of the next Call of Duty. You know, I know a lot of people are hoping for Modern Warfare 4. It'd be nice to see an MW4. I enjoyed MW3 for, you know, for what it was worth. You know, I did have a good time with it. You know, it did make me angry sometimes, but you know, again, it was a good game. It was a decent game, you know, and I enjoyed playing it. So yeah, you know, Call of Duty Ghost 2, I really don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be coming, everybody. You know, so let's kind of cool our heels, cool our jets, you know, and just wait for it to all be announced, you know, and get all the official stuff coming out and everything. You know, all this speculation and all is it kind of gets overdone. You know, and this is one of those instances where a magazine kind of puts something out there, and you know, it gets taken out of context, or it gets kind of misread in a sense, and the next thing you know, everybody's exploding with, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing it, I'm never buying that game, I'm not going to support it, and this and that, when we honestly really don't know for sure. So let's wait for everything to come out, wait for it to all be announced at E3, because that's exactly when it's going to be shown. They're going to have gameplay footage apparently. You know, it's been going across Twitter that you know, on Charlie Intel, that they're going to be announcing it at E3, and they're also going to have footage, which is going to be cool. And they're also not going to have their own booth, but you know, hey, that's okay. You know, all we really want to hear about is the game, right? We don't care if they got a booth or not, especially if you don't get to go. I still want to go. I've never been able to go. So the next thing I want to talk about is PlayStation 4 Beta, the software update beta, the beta software update. I'm not signed up for the beta because, to be honest with you, some betas scare me, and I don't want to, you know, mess up my PS4 with the beta. Not saying that it would mess it up. I mean, you can revert back to the, you know, the version, the software version that you previously had, you know, without the beta. But to be honest with you, I just, you know, there's some things I just don't do betas on. You know, I don't mind doing betas for games and stuff on my PC, but you know, I just won't touch it with my consoles. You know, especially now that I do YouTube and I'm recording, I really just don't want to mess it up. So the beta, some of the features. I don't know if anybody's read about the key features. I'll have a link in the description for basically everything I've been talking about, including, you know, the non-article, you know, well, the article for Ghost 2, but you know, let's not take it out of context. Remember that. So some of the cool, you know, they got some new social features that are coming. You know, and they sound pretty neat. Friend online notifications, so it's going to be kind of. For some reason, I always thought they had that. Maybe I just never paid attention to it. I just thought for sure I would see a notification pop up when one of my friends came online, but then again, maybe not. I don't know. I don't think I did. Maybe it's some other pop-up or whatever that was coming up. So there'll be a friend online notification, which, you know, when they log on, you know, it's gonna be much like, you know, Xbox, you know, where they pop on and you'll see that you know, a friend is online. Appear offline, so you know, if you just want to play and not be bugged, you can actually set yourself to be offline or to appear offline, which is kind of neat. You know, sometimes I don't want to be bothered by friends or anything when I play, but to be honest with you, none of my friends bother me when I'm playing, so I don't really need the feature. I need an offline feature to appear offline for work. Well, I do have it, but I'm not allowed to use it. Let's see. Next up is a scheduled event, user scheduled event. This is for like play dates. Okay. Now, me and my friends, we already know we play every Friday night, unless there's some kind of, you know, one of us has a family thing going on or whatever, that kind of thing. That's basically our scheduled time to play, for the most part. Sometimes we move it around and we adjust, you know, or whatever, but that's the time me and my friends get together and we just get on and we just play whatever game it is we're gonna play. You know, whether it's PC or console, you know, that's what we do. I don't really see myself using this feature. I'm not sure. I think more kids probably use this feature than adults, but then again, I could be wrong. But you know, in all honesty, at least my personal opinion, I'll never touch the scheduled event thing. You know, time for play date. You know, let's have a play date. Let's see. The next one is play together. Let's see. This feature allows all members of a party to see what each person is playing, so that you can easily join a friend's game or start a new game together. You know, to be honest with you, really this feature seems to me that it's already there, because I can go and look at my friends list and see who's on, and it usually always tells me what they're playing. Sometimes I do have to go to their profile to actually see what it is they're playing, but for the most part, you know, there's a lot of times it's already showing it. So I think it's already in there, to be honest with you, but I think they're just kind of changing it up and moving it. It might be in a different place. Now here's the feature that, in all honesty, is going to kind of make it difficult for me to work. It looks like remote play for PC and Mac are coming to the PS4. PS4 remote play, I'm sorry, not coming to the PS4, it's coming to the PC and Mac. Okay? That's why I say this might be a problem for me when I'm at work and I got nothing going on. In all fairness, I can see myself logging in and playing whatever game is sitting in my PS4 while I'm at work. Now, I'm not quite sure all of the features that this is going to entail. I don't know if it's going to be just games that you may have purchased from the store and it's on your system, or if it's actually going to be where you can play straight from the disc, which would be pretty cool too. But you know, I think it's going to get me in trouble at work. To be honest, you know, to be fair. Daily Motion. This is going to be an update. You'll be able to live stream directly to Daily Motion. Now, I don't live stream. I'm not familiar with Daily Motion, but I believe it's something along the lines of like Twitch and things like that. Any other kind of live streaming service that, you know, might be out there. And that's kind of what I'm thinking it is, you know. But like I said, you know, I'm going to go back to the remote play. I mean, remote play, that's going to be a really cool feature, and I know a lot of people are going to like that. It's always been something that we've really wanted, you know, for a long time. And this, I know I've always talked about it. Some of my friends have always talked about it, about having the ability to play my PlayStation games on my PC, you know, when I got downtime at work, or, you know, it's lunchtime or whatever it might be. You know, just log in there and just play a game or something. You know, we've always talked about it. So yeah, that's really a feature I'm looking forward to. Now, it's not going to be available in the beta that's coming out. It's not going to be in there for anybody to test, but it's going to be coming, you know, in the future sometime. It's not exactly sure when. It doesn't say here in the article exactly when it's going to come. So yeah, you know, remote play on your PC or Mac. How about that? I mean, that sounds really cool. Now, here's something that's crazy. How about this? Trump is projected to win the Republican primary in Georgia. The first Super Tuesday victory. Is that insane? That's crazy. That's just nuts. Trump? Okay. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, favorite, and subscribe. And I will catch you in the next one.